It's been a bit of a chaotic pre-season period. How do you reflect on the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think the first 3 weeks were just basically something I've experienced before. I was with the national team in Cardiff as well, here with Devils, but it was impossible. It's an impossible task. I was really lucky, Matthew and you and here and Todd and Franny, and then Chuck Webber and Adam Keith came and helped out. Jonathan Phillips was there, but it wasn't ideal for anybody, and it was a great experience to go to qualifiers, but it wasn't ideal. But the last 10 days, we've worked really hard together, players and the coaches, and I think we took a lot of steps in the last 10 days. There's been a lot thrown at them, but I think they were ready for it. And I think for the players, they stuck together through that time. You won't see many games again, touch wood. We travel into Sheffield -9 guys. That's crazy, but it happens sometimes. But a bit of adversity is a good thing. We got to use it. And I think last weekend we played pretty well in both games. I thought we looked more connected, looked more in sync. So I think it was good. I think we took some really good steps forward. So it's been good.
And a few young players stepped up in pre-season as well. How do you view their performances?
It's great for the kids. Are they truly ready yet? No, but that early is a good time to use them because the game's a little bit different then. But they've been great, all of them. Bailey, Joe, Jacob. I hope I've not missed anybody. Tyler. They all stepped up and they've done really well. There's a big difference between the top young players in the Elite League. A massive difference. But yeah, they were great. I thought the pro players here were brilliant with them as well. They really looked after them, and I think the kids enjoyed it.
We've got another new face joined us this week as well. Cole Sanford's back.
Yeah.
How did that move come about? How good is it to see him back in the locker room?
I like Sani. I think everybody knew that. I made him my Player of the Year last year. He just wasn't happy. The bottom line was he missed everything here. He wanted to try it, and I think he's better for trying it. And what happened was we lost Riley and then we lost Mac, and they were more not just a couple of weeks. They were going to be a little bit longer. So we just felt that we could add someone. And then when Sani's name came up, Todd and the owners said yes straight away. So great pickup. We already have a fantastic group of players, and he adds to it. He's another great guy.
You mentioned Brant and Mac being out, but what's the latest on those guys?
Yeah, they'll be another few weeks yet, I would imagine. So we're at a good situation. We have a couple of extra players, so we don't want to rush people back. We want to make sure people are correct in the right way. And Jade and Elge will look after them. Do you know what I mean? And we'll get them back at the right time when they're 100%. And then we move on again. Then we see if we've got a full team. If we have, then there's decisions to make. Do you know what I mean? But that's part of my job. But I like our team. I thought we've actually never seen the team. That's the funny thing. No one's ever seen the full team yet. But I can see from last weekend and in practice that there's enough there for sure. We look a good team.
First league game of the season this weekend. What will your message be to the players before face-off?
Yeah, they need to be ready. Glasgow's a really good team, great coach. Guildford the same. They're all good, well coached, good team. We have to be ready. This is probably going to be, I think, the best Elite League in a long, long time. I don't think there's been this depth in it before. But I think we've got a good team. We just got it's the same as last year, I said to everybody. I think I'm more prepared this year for the league. I think I get it a little bit more. I feel a lot more settled this year myself. There's not as much personal pressure to do well when you come back home and you've been away. And I think we just have to trust the process, because so far the process hasn't been exactly what you touched on, what we wanted, but we're going the right way, do you know what I mean? You could see that last weekend, and that's in the space of 10 days. We just have to stick together. There's going to be a few bumps, but we're ready to go. The guys are excited to play real games for sure.
And what are your targets for the season ahead?
We want to challenge every front, do you know what I mean? It's Cardiff Devils. I was here 21 years ago. I know what it's all about. Last year was the same. I know what it's all about. We all know. But we also know how good the league is now. But we got to be a consistent ice hockey team. We got to come and play, try and look to play every single night and play our game, and make sure when we adjust, and we got to be fully ready. And I think we got the group to do that. I really believe that. And we just got to take one at a time, game at a time, week at a time, month at a time, competition at a time, and see what happens.